Isn't that the most difficult part of life? There's never enough time to do the things that we really want to do. But what if you could take one day to yourself, just one wasted day? What would you do with it? Now, those little threads of interest should begin to lead you in the direction that perhaps maybe your whole life should go anyway. Do something crazy for yourself. The threads of interest are what we have been blessed with to help us lead us in the direction that we really ought to take our lives anyway. John Lennon said that a wasted day was not a wasted day, and that when we begin to realize these threads of interest that we should grow into something are what we should have been doing all along. I want to introduce you to one of the best little businesses on the planet. Profitable Hobbies got started in 1983, and for all these years has been helping people all over the world develop a hobby on into a business enough to help them begin to pay the bills. The number one problem in the economy is extra income. Trying to manage our lives with what we have as opposed to what we'd like to have is really a challenge. And when somebody gets going, we hear it every time. Geez, I didn't even know I had it in me. Because all you had to do was learn how to trace a line to begin to produce some really, really unusual products in the marketplace. And we've been able to help people learn that they really do have an artist inside. Keith Hone was one of our best success stories. Keith was a shop teacher for years, wanted to retire a little early, so he started his own profitable hobby. And I'm not sure Keith really expected it to do as well as it has done. He's been able to travel all over the country and teach all over the place and have such a good time with his retirement years. And little did he realize how successful it would be for him. Jose Valencia is the same kind of story. Worked for the electronics industry and developed his skills and an ability in a very, very unique area. And it's began to produce the kind of retaining income that he wanted to grow old on as well. It's just a matter of having a really good idea of what could you do. One of our best stories is Ken Brown. Ken Brown has been the world's leading calligraphy teacher for 40 years. He's done it a long time. And most people don't think they can do calligraphy, but you can. You can learn. And Ken is the one who can teach you. His method of teaching people how to do calligraphy and taking the high-speed engraving and personalizing products has been very, very successful for many years. So tell me, what would you do if you could start a profitable hobby that could earn you in the range of $100 an hour? What would that be worth? Another one of our really great stories is Joe Cummings. Joe worked as a cement contractor, had his own business for years, but bucking cement when you get our age starts to be a little more difficult. And all it took was for him to win the Best of Show award, and the rest is history. We go after the upscale customers, the people that really like things done well and personalized for themselves. There's just so much potential in that world, and Joe has really done extremely well. Now he teaches. He can take 2 years off of your learning curve. If you're going to do it on your own, he can shave a ton of time off of it. So get a hold of the company and let them set up a time when you can have some training from Joe and any of our other masters. Craig Hone is the son of Keith Hone. So now we've got a father and son team that are doing extremely well. Craig is a superstar. He's developed his art skills so far that it's just amazing. He's won competitions all over the country. And he began to work for the really expensive clients and architectural people that wanted different things done. So he would do his individual art pieces, and they are being installed in this $36,000 door for a $4 million home, and a $70,000 hand-carved fireplace out of solid black walnut. God, those are exciting projects and a lot of fun to participate in, and just about as much fun to watch take place. So Craig's done a lot of individual artwork and ideas that we can then share and teach other people in learning how to use those kinds of patterns. The Robin Coulson story is amazing. Robin got a little itch, a little feeling that maybe she should enter the American Family Dream competition. So she actually did it. and she won first place $10,000 prize award to come and participate with Craig and have him teach her how to carve and engrave like he was doing. Can you imagine having Kathy Ireland be the person that judges your future and helps you find your way? There's an incredible video on YouTube about Robin. You really need to go dig it up and take a look at it. She didn't know she had those kinds of skills, but my good grief, is she doing some absolutely beautiful stuff now. Tammy Littlefield started with the company years and years ago and has ended up being the CEO of the operation now. Tammy's convinced we can teach anybody how to do this kind of custom carving and engraving, and it has such a wide range of appeal in the marketplace. We could just go on for hours talking about people's stories. Mel Joines was in the Navy, was a special custom producer for stainless steel and nuclear submarines, and then went on to work for the space program, and he's taken his skills and knowledge and turned it into some of the most elegant hand-produced custom jewelry you've ever seen in your life. But so did Ron Schneeberger. Ron's in Florida, and he started learning to do the custom engraving calligraphy that Ken Brown taught him how to do. He's now all over Google Plus, as we all are. So if we can help you get on social media, we can help you begin to turn your life around and do this. We have a 7-step program to take you from an amateur to the master of something. And once you begin to develop some skills like Marilyn Sunderland has, she picked gourd. She liked gourd art. And she's done extremely well with her skills and developed her patterns and her process to the point they're really, really significantly high-end hand-done artwork. I was with her when she presented this piece to Senator Hatch, and it went to the White House as a gift from Marilyn. And what an amazing experience to have your artwork presented in the White House one day. Maybe the best introduction I have of all is Steve Langford. He lives so far away from humanity, and most of us think, well, I don't live where I could make this work. But in the day of the internet now, we don't give him much slack because he lives in a slice of heaven. And so he's developed his individual skills, and he's taken the patterns like Craig Hone had done that grizzly bear and put it on a piece of fossilized ivory and trace those lines and carve it out, and all of a sudden you have your own individual piece. And when you can do work like this and it's sold in the high-end tourist attraction places in Alaska, there's a lot of opportunity anywhere, and you can build your skills with the internet now all over the world. You start out not thinking you could do something this nice on a gun stock, but you can. And if you bother to practice and put in the effort, you can develop all kinds of skills. We have wonderful training programs, and people come from all over the world here to learn how to do this and develop their advanced skills. So if you can get a hold of Profitable Hobbies, we've had the exact same 800 number now for 30 years. The young lady right in the middle was making $60,000 a year on eBay and came to take classes to double her income. We have the Inspiration and Encouragement Network that will help you work with each of us to develop your own individual skills. And if you'll connect with our materials and get on the internet with us so that we can help you and hold your hand, the INE network can keep you in the saddle and help you succeed. It's been quite a thing to do the Success Mountain climbing together. It's not what we expected when we first started, but it has turned out to be extremely good and an effective way to get your own profitable hobby up and running. So get a hold of Tammarie today. It's not something you really should put off. We've been doing this for many, many years, and having a good time is our job. I embroidered it on my shirts, and everywhere I go I get so many comments, I want a job like you've got. I found having a good time is my job as I was retiring from dentistry, and I just turned it into an amazing, amazing process in my life. I think it's just about the most perfect way to retire that there is. And all you got to do is make the decisions,
Take a look at what we've got and get started today. We can help you.